Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is April 30 and then tomorrow is May. And this month we have a lot of performance to go over. A lot like Visa we'll talk about in this program, and then we have American Express, then Microsoft, Starbucks. I'm looking at the list, right? Amazon and AMD, Shopify, Apple, Boeing, Facebook, and Google. That means Alphabet. So actually we have a lot to go through, but we only have this program once per week. So some of them we will go through in here, and some of them on the free channel, and then some of them in Hong Kong's program. So actually today we are going to take about 20 minutes to have a quick look on Visa's is on her way of recovering after the pandemic. So actually now it's called the performance just declared is for Q2. Q2 actually is from January to March, and then if we look back 1 year before, that is still haven't have the pandemic. The pandemic start at something like April, right? Something like April, end March or middle of March, something like that. So actually we are comparing Visa's performance right before there was the pandemic. So actually our Falcon portfolio still doing good. Then we have actually it's 14 months, 14 months, then we grow 72% from 350,000 to 60.1 thousand. So if any company or stock you want me to analyze, so you can leave your comment under the YouTube or directly email to me at usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. Then today we will use about 20 minutes to discuss on Visa is on her way of recovering. So actually we have we and also I have some stock about pay, like Visa I have, and then PayPal I have, and then MasterCard I have. I only have 3. So actually when we look at this Falcon portfolio, then for the last quarter, Alphabet is doing good, Apple is doing very good, Visa is recovering, PayPal we don't know, we have to wait, Adobe we have to wait, and AMD also doing very good. So actually our portfolio, I don't know why we were beat by Nasdaq. Nasdaq is 82% and our portfolio is 72%. Last year we have increased at 55%, and this year for the tech stock not doing very good, but we still have 9% increment. So this is Visa. So I have roughly calculated for past 5 years, Visa's share price increased at 200%, 200. But for last year, it only increased at 12%. Quite obvious is lag behind is because of the pandemic. Because a lot of people using Visa for the payment is because when they are in a tourist. But you know, a lot of city lockdown, so actually this part of income is seriously infected. But now seems in America this part is going better, but international still not very good. So let us start for the analysis of Visa. So yesterday's Dow Jones going up because of the relief plan from Biden, and then for Nasdaq there is 31 points increment. It doesn't matter because still no matter is Nasdaq or is Dow Jones still at its peak. So let us take a look on Visa. So the counting period is from this year's January to March, right? It's 1 quarter, and we compared it to last year's same season. So you can see at the revenue minus 2%, just a little bit, right? For the net income means the net profit is also minus 2%, so right? And then for the earnings per share, this is just for a quarter, just for 1 quarter, is $1.38 per share. Then it's same as last year, same quarter. That means actually Visa's revenue and profit and the power of earning money is nearly recover to the very early beginning stage of pandemic. And then in the performance report, it also provided the non-GAAP figure, but it's nearly the same, right? It's just the EPS minus 1%, just something behind the decimal, 1 and 2, something like that, doesn't matter. So actually, we can have a rough estimation of Visa's revenue and net income. It returns to the very beginning stage of the pandemic. So let us take a look on some breakdown. And the pay transaction, that means the electronic payment, right, increased at 11%. 11% is quite alright, right? And then for the cross-border, that means outside of America, maybe to Hong Kong, America to Singapore, something like that, increased at 13%, but compared to last quarter, not compared to last year. And then the pay sum, that means the total payment of the electronic payment on the Q2, Q1, and last year's last quarter, 3 quarter, is 29.3 billion. And it's increased at 12% when compared to the same. So actually we can see that it's still okay, right? Not very bad. Not very bad as last quarter. And the on-hand cash is 16.4 billion. 16.4. The long-term debt is 20.9, nearly the same as last season. Operating expense is 0.2148 billion. So actually we can do a very easy sum up. The on-hand cash is 16.4, and then the net income per year, 1 year, we multiply the quarter net income by 4, is 12 billion. So the total money per year is 28.4 billion, and the long-term debt is 20.9. So actually you can say Visa is a net cash company, no debt, because the on-hand cash is more than the long-term debt. It's quite healthy. And then we have 2 categories to compare, right? And then the revenue, we break it down into by district. The revenue generated within USA is 2.683 billion, increased at 1.245%. That means already is better than the pre-pandemic level. But for the international revenue, it still dropped at 4.93%. So actually we can see the total sum is a little bit down, is minus 2%. And we divide the revenue into category. Services, quite alright, increased at 8.4%. And for data processing, increased at 10.5%. But anything related to international still decreased a lot, 18.8%. Others, no change. And there is the client incentive. That means you have to pay back to the client when she use the Visa for up to a certain amount. Then is increased to 16.8%. So as a whole, Visa is still not as the pre-pandemic. Still not as good as the pre-pandemic stage, but it's going better. Going better is mainly because USA is going better. And there is focus from Visa on the next quarter. That means Q3. Q3 means April to June. And then its focus is this April to June compared to last year's April to June. Because last year is very bad. Because it's the first quarter, is the first season of the pandemic in America. If my memory serves me well, it is not the worst one. The worst one is the second season. The worst one is the second season. When USA turns better, about September to October. It's been worse for half a year. So if this revenue forecast by Visa is just 20%, I think it's too less. I think it's too less because at that time it's worse. And then there is one very sharp point on all the pay company like MasterCard, like Square, like PayPal. Is Visa also admire cryptocurrencies, fintech. You can use Bitcoin, you can use Ethereum or Doge, right? So Visa accept. I think this is a good point for her. And then there, of course, there is a lot of rivals, right? There's a lot of rivals like American Express. American Express is doing very good. God damn it, right? It's doing very, very good, right? It rises up a lot. And then MasterCard is also doing very good. We have MasterCard, and then Square, and then I think PayPal also doing good, right? We have PayPal. It's a real holding, not a virtual holding. I have PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa. I don't have AXP and Square, right? So actually, I think the pay stock will still going up, especially when it involved the cryptocurrencies, right? So actually, we will still hold Visa. If the international, you know that there is a variant virus now in India. We know that, right? So actually, that situation is very worse. It's quite worse, right? Brazil is going better, but India is very bad. Philippines is very bad. Hong Kong still to have one case. So actually, we'll still have to be very careful. But America seems going very good. UK is going good, right? So we hope that actually, I don't know, maybe it will only end at the end of this year. Yeah. So we take some time to talk about, we only use 12 minutes. It doesn't matter, right? We take some time to talk about the electronic cigarette and maybe the cigarette. Because Biden's administration expected to announce plan to ban menthol cigarettes. And then yesterday, FDA announced that it will ban the menthol cigarette. This is the first. And the reason for they ban the menthol cigarette is because what they said is the menthol smell is very good, right? We know that menthol smell very good. And then it covered the smell of the original cigarette. So make the smokers, then they think, oh, it tastes good, it smells good. But actually it is covered the original bad taste of the cigarette. Don't argue with me because I don't know, because actually I'm not a smoker. But the real point is FDA is going to ban it. This is the real point. If it is the case, then we think more than 30% of the cigarette may need to be taken off from the shops. And also for the electronic cigarette. Also for that. Because electronic cigarette, for the traditional cigarette is all tastes. And for menthol is the first tastes. So that's the reason. And sorry, for cigar is all tastes. For traditional cigarette is the menthol taste. And then there is another issue that FDA will start to look at all tastes of cigar, especially for the cigars for the teenagers, for the young one. That's a big problem. We actually, I talk about in this program already when we talk about Juul and Altria. Don't gamble on a country's cigarette policy. For whatever, anything that make people addicted, there will be a lot of policies that will make you surprised, right? Like the Juul, suddenly it's banned. And then now, for RRX, if you don't sell it out, then it will drop further. Because actually, if the menthol is banned on traditional cigarette, then for e-cigarette it will also ban, right? The same. because that, and previously we heard about some news that Biden will require the traditional cigarette reduce the nicotine content to a less harmful level. Then they think actually the e-cigarette will go out, but don't think like that, because actually it's not nicotine, maybe less nicotine in the e-cigarette, but it has other harmful chemicals. It has other harmful chemicals. And we all know that actually in the whole world, America and UK is the biggest e-market among the world. China is very tight. All the other countries are very tight. But now if USA is like that, then I don't think so. So actually, if you're still holding the RX technology or other cigarettes stocks, I think you should think about to sell out some, right? To sell out some. Of course, the tobacco industry, they may take this to the court case, because actually it will kill them, right? Because it will kill them. Their company may close, but that's the case. Because now, if a lot of people have the lung disease, have the lung cancers, then it will add the burden to the whole industry, to the whole country. Especially now is the pandemic. So if you are still holding some stock about cigarette, about the tobacco, I think you should sell out some for safety. Okay, today we make it quicker because actually I don't want to drag on too long, because we have to drag on, right? We just announced something that is important to you. So actually I think you can still hold Visa. It's okay. If in the next season, in the next quarter, or in between, you will see actually the figures from Visa is going good, then I think you can buy more Visa, because we can see that actually even after the pandemic, Visa is still strong, and then MasterCard still strong, and then AXP still strong, Square, and then PayPal still strong. They are still very good stock, right? I do not see any rival comes up that will weaken them, right? So that's the case. Maybe Facebook, right? So then you can also buy Facebook, right? Okay, we share up to here, and then I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. So if you like this program, please help me to hit the like, and then you can leave any comment under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me. And then if you like this program, like this video, you can share to your friends. Remember to click the subscribe button and then hit the icon bell. Whenever there is new video uploaded, you will be automatically notified by YouTube. Okay, I wish you all have a very peaceful weekend. Let us see you next week. Bye-bye.